How are you doing and how have you been? My name's Tazastical, this is Vampire Nation, and I think it's going to be time to start building the ship. I mean, stuff in the colony is going really cool. There's only a few like minor adjustments that we're going to make moving forward, and that's just to basically save on resources, or at least like potentially getting destroyed resources. Anyway, let's get on speed 3 as we go through story time. Now, I think what we're going to do is we're going to expand this room in here ever so slowly. Let's get it up to about there. Leave, let's say, that wall up, maybe. I think these are going to get destroyed, or at least if they don't get destroyed, the power conduits are going to get targeted. So what we're going to do, because I think it's going to be safer moving forward anyway, is we're just going to make loads of chem fuel inside. It's going to be safer for everyone, safer for the base, because I would like to deconstruct all of these solar panels, or at least the ones at the top, so we can build the ship in here. Because the problem is, and the more I think about it and talk, putting the ship in here is just going to be asking for disaster. Now, we are going to go for the efficient way to build a ship. I know I've poo-pooed it in the past. The efficient way to do the ship. So let me come down to research, because I don't think, as I hit my microphone, I don't think... So we do need to build the reactor. So let's turn all this on, because I think we're ready to go, party people. We're going to change to 40-minute episodes. Not much left to do, so for an hour there might be a little bit of grinding and stuff like that. So let's see how 40 minutes do. Tell me what you party people think. Research. So we're going to do the ship reactor, because when we finish that research, it's going to allow us to build it. Because if you remember, party people, we do have the persona core. Hot damn! So that means we can go. We'll build the reactor in here. We'll basically turn it on straight away. I think we're big enough and tough enough to be able to sort all this out. I would like to make sure more people are on recon helmets, though. That makes me a little bit nervous, Nelly. Wastepack Infestation. I mean, that was always going to happen. Let's all go inside. I hope they don't like instantly spawn, because they're like, jeez, they're gonna be a big one. They're gonna be a big one. So then they'll go into like these hives, and then as long as the hives don't pop, they will stay there. And they pop if you go near them, or I think if you attack them and whatnot, but not quite planning on doing that. There's a lot of bugs. And then they will all burst. Right, let's go. Let's area 1. Because area 1, we need to be a little bit careful that we're not caught out in the open. We don't want to be caught over here when all these hatch. So I don't mind people going outside, but I just want to be careful. It's more now making sure we survive inside. Shame we didn't get a chance to deconstruct all this just to get the resources back, but hey, if it doesn't break, we can always try and manage something there, I guess. Resource-wise, what do we need? We're looking pretty good. Plasteel we could do with. Is there... Well, I mean, allow area 1 here. Is that plasteel? Yeah. We need this to get our marine, sorry, not marine, I keep saying marine. Our recon stuff back up, so let's mine all that, There is a shield core there. Pause. I'll make sure some of these resources that are laying around, we're not just wasting them. We've got to be keen candies here. We have to be very careful of getting caught out. But like I said, they shouldn't. Are you serious? Break unless someone goes near. So, you know, that's what I like to say. But you never know with Rimworld. It could be like a lightning strike that hits them. Like, I assume a lightning strike, if it hit them, it would wake them. Because they'd take, like, instant damage, but... Otherwise, I'm not really going to interact with them. They can stay there, and then when we start the reactor for the final attacks, then that's sort of going to be helpful. Keyword, sort of. There we go. Lots of chunks as well. Lots of slate chunks. And then we'll work on getting this room up and at it. Whoops. Because while this is going to be a lot of chem fuel generators, this is the way forward for the colony, really. It's going to be the safest way, just having all the power like inside. It's going to be quite work intensive, but I just think it's just going to be so much easier, because when the loads of attacks come, we're going to lose outside. I feel like I'm forcing these a bit too much. But hey, it's not the worst thing we've wasted resources on this save, am I right? Other than that, so we have a bionic leg. I mean, I'll just have a quick look. But at this point, I think everyone should be legged. I'll probably give it to Madam. Your arm's shot off. That's not very handy. I'll give it to you. Install. We'll do Lefty. We'll give Lefty a bit of love. There we go. So they're all getting built, which is brilliant. That sort of keeps our survival going forward. Each outpost. Nope, nope, nope. We're going for the win now. We're going for the dub. We're going to get the W. I think mountain bases do make this hella easy. Right, there we go. So Plasteel outside's getting mined, which is what we need. Tempted to deconstruct all this, but the problem is then that's just going to be sat there. Or at least now we're technically getting power from it, so like it's technically useful, maybe? But I just need chem fuel. I will run a power conduit. We'll go there and there. Yep. Okay. So we've got steel there, gold there, quite a bit of gold. That's still there. So what I'll do is I'll put that deep drill on that plasteel. Give me a note. I probably need to make sure, because steel is getting neglected a bit. We'll go install that down here. Install that down here. How are we doing with the work schedules? Not too bad. I would like more people on mine, so let's go. Holder 1 on mine, 2 on research. So research can take the back, like the back seat for the time being, just because I do need to make sure we have all the resources to be able to do all the sexy stuff that we want to do. Got a nice chilled coffee today. Trying to get off the energy drinks. I've been drinking so many. Problem is that then I don't want to sleep. There's so many good games out at the minute that I'm like playing in between, like doing Rimworld. It's just deadly. Outside recording, it's like painting Warhammer or playing games. Like, I make it sound like my life is hard. Decided to give that Hogwarts Legacy, called that, whatever it's called, game a go, and now I'm addicted to that as well. So brilliant. The problem is when I get addicted to games, I get proper addictive. Like, I'm the type of person where it's like I'm editing videos, I'm playing a game, then I've got like RuneScape on my phone, and I'm watching like Twitch videos. Do you know what I mean? You can tell we're at like the end of a series because like the playful nature is gone now. Do you know what I mean? Me and Holder have our eyes set for the W, so it's sort of not killing time. But this is the time where we get to chat party people, where we get to chill, where, you know, we're at the business end of the save, is how I like to call it. Where it's just pure, let's get to it. I don't think there's anything more we can do to prepare. We're getting the plasteel, so therefore we'll be able to make the recon stuff. I feel like we've got our kill box to an acceptable standard. We've got this, which is basically just built to, you know, deconstruct onto itself. That's fine. Maybe we can do something here. I think this is a waste of time, really. But it looks nice on a thumbnail, I suppose. Base is really good. We could have put double beds in for everyone, but we're at the point where we don't really want anyone anyway. There was some treasonous accusations in the comments. Me and Holder have discussed about our blood farm giving them legs and letting them fight for us. Terrible. Terrible. Wish you could make slaves fight for you. Like, draft them, but they have, like, massive debuffs to everything. But you could still shove them in a door, but they just wouldn't do anything. And then you can just, like, technically send them to their death.
Are we the baddies?
Anyway... yeah, the long-range scan, I didn't really need to bother with too much. I mean, it helped us a little bit with steel. Oh, that's not really going to work down there, but there is steel in here. So you can come and nab this. As you can see, the batteries are loving life. We will have to be careful in case there is an infestation, but we've got the fighting force that we can smash through it, so I'm not really concerned. I assume that bionic part went on Madam with no problems. It did. That's what we want to see. We're in full flow this episode, party people. Full flow indeed. Like, I don't really, like, there's not really much to say. There's not really much to say in the case of, like, we know what we're doing. We've got our plans. Everything is set. It's just the case of, you know, if we get traders in the meantime, that might mean we'll be able to do some more funky-dunky stuff. Other than that, we're on the road. We've got in the truck, we've loaded it up. Your dog's in it, your mum's in it, your family's in it. We're ready. You know, these final attacks, like, don't get me wrong, like, they could mess us up very, very quickly. But we get the recon armor and everyone. We could have, like, done marine armor, but I feel like, especially with how strong the kill box is, and I don't think we've had any real panic moments. Like, a few tough fights, but nothing to the point where you thought, like, oh, I don't know, like, there's some mech attacks that have been absolutely huge on us. I don't know. I seem to radiate mech attacks. It would be nice if you're only a growth tier 6. I think they need 7. It'd be cool if we had another growth moment with our kids, but it might not actually happen. And then you just make kids into the ultimate warriors. What are we building over here? So recon, armor, and helmet should be prioritized. Yeah, it's just literally the plasteel then. Not getting hauled. I was going to say, it's like 400 odds of it. I can hear mining. How many haulers do we actually have? Let's swap. Something we never really nailed down. Well, like a tribal start, because then you can label someone. Label? Nable? There's a word there, and I don't know what it is, but some things never change. My talking pattern apparently never changes either. Yeah, like, Bolt's good trader. I mean, just speeds up everything, doesn't it? Problem is, even if we did the long-range scanner, it's not like we have the resources to send everything over anyway. Like, do you party people always struggle with steel, or am I just a silly goose with how I do stuff? Do you know what? Don't answer that. Don't answer it. Words can hurt, party people. No, I think going forward, I like these bed sizes. I think they're really good. I'm going to keep doing that. Double bedding it from the start, you know, is the way. The reason why we haven't, really, and my excuse, and I'm sticking to it, is because we built them out of wood to keep the comfort level up. And wood dissipates very quick in our colony because we use it for the bug box. I suppose we use it for both the kill boxes, really. Human attacks or bug attacks, so keep that in mind. Researchers are going. Hopefully we'll get the reactor research done, and then we'll even build it if it's going to get done. All the generators are in here. We've probably built too many, but I'd rather have too many than not enough, that's for sure. What I'm then going to do is go power conduit down here. Then we are deconstructing. I know it's a waste and whatnot, but we needed it at one point, so we're going to deconstruct, like we said, just the top section, get some resources back from that. We'll keep these, probably won't need it, but these are going to be more than good enough. So let's turn, let's say, them off as well. Obviously, they're anticipating the fall of these geothermal generators, which I think is acceptable to think they are going to fall. I'll do it at the machining table. Do one low shield pack, because I know there is a shield core outside. You know, them shield packs are going to come in handy. They're my nice get out of jail card for when you get hit a bit too hard, which we're going to on 500% difficulty. These final attacks are pretty crazy, and it's not even that. It's like, then the minute you're out of the 500% attacks, you get smashed with a massive hit on top of that. Do you know what I mean? With like Randy just saying hi, like, oh, I know you just completed all the attacks, but here's just a random one. Well, I can see some recon helmets, so that means we're back in business on that front. Which I have to admit, we all think that is nice. Other than that, right, that's all starting to get deconstructed, so loads of resources are going to come back that way. We do get a little bit of steel as well, which just helps making sure nothing really slows down. With that being said, there are 50 components in our back pocket, so we're not losing anything there. Other than that, I think I'm happy. I don't think there's too much more we can be doing. More people prioritising hauling would be great, I'm not going to lie. Problem is, we need to make sure people are on craft, but let's see what the damage is if we take Lek off. Lek's gonna clean. To be fair, having people clean is hardly the worst thing in the world. Holder is still a cook. I'm gonna put Madam on cook to take Holder off to make sure Holder's on mine. Because then she'll sit on research, which is not too bad. Kirby. Problem is, the people on smithing aren't really going to do too much crafting anyway. But let's take Kirby off crafting. No, actually, I'll keep you on cleaning. I'll keep you on cleaning, because if all the cleaning gets done, and it should do. I mean, cleaning could be our downfall as well, because you get an ugly environment, and then their negatives start to overlap, and especially if we're fighting quite constantly. I feel like with the addition of Go Juice and Tea, we're sort of like unbeatable mood-wise. Like, do we think about that? Like, do we agree on that? Is that too cocky or not? Why do I say things? Right, we've got the mortars. Like, have we got any more? Like, could we build another one? No. We ain't got the reinforced barrel. Fair enough. Other than that, I think we're golden. One. Right, that's mirrors on wheels, so get rid of that. Bionic leg was made. Fine. We do need some arms, I guess. Oh no, they're going to be made next. Some eyes for accuracy and stuff for shooting, although our accuracy is pretty amazing anyway, just because of our ideology, so that's really, really nice. As long as we're fighting in the dark, we are... So, we get a boost for fighting in the dark. If we cut everyone's eyes out, are they fighting in the dark? Because otherwise, we should just cut everyone's eyes out.
Are we the baddies?
Another leg there. I mean, I'm literally just going down the list, looking at movement. Like, even like a right toe bitten off, it's like, yeah, just have a bionic leg for it, why not? Anything that helps us move faster, achieve our goals faster, I'm all for it, party people. I'm a party pleaser, that's what I am, that's what they call me. No ifs, no buts, no butternuts. And it's always handy having that many batteries because then I can see how it's looking. Right. The research is going, so it's basically when our handy boys and girls get the research done, and then it's basically build the reactor, and what we will do for the first time is we'll try and be efficient. Yeah, because this whole playthrough has been super efficient, party people. Like, get your notebooks out, take notes. Like, what else are you meant to do with it? Comb your hair with it? No. Yeah, then we'll build the reactor and we'll start it up, I guess. I mean, the minute everyone's on recon armor, I thought we had enough helmets, but I imagine some must be, like, degrading or something. I have to admit, we will wait for everyone to be in their recon armor, and then we're gonna go. Exotic's good trader. Could be good. Let's see. I think they will actually take our Kirby. Yeah, 20 social. Oh, so good. So good. Okay, so they'll butler 5 fat like that's so good. Hot damn! That's why it's so important just to have these money makers. What is better to do? Yeah, does sell for more. Okay. Wake up, sell that. So we'll sell all the drugs that we definitely don't want. Sell the persona core. Oh, I think I'm so funny, don't I? They ain't gonna have enough. So I'll click to sell all my statues. Because we are just making them to sell, because why not? I'll take 150 gold. Just to make sure we do actually have enough, because I'd hate to get to the point where we don't. I'll take all your plasteel. Get in the van. Take all your components, advanced components, because again, that's time we don't have to like spend actually doing it. The death rest thing, I mean, I'll get it just because. I think that's probably us good there. Not a bad trade as always. The death rest thing, let's see who needs it. Older 3 out of 3, Bolton 3 out of 3, Elbow 2 out of 2. So we got Elbow, come over here. Well, I definitely bought it. Oh, there it is. For whatever reason. Just panicking. Elbow, ingest that, so then that just means his coffin can attach to 3 of these buildings, which gives all of our vampires... Oh, Bolt's good trader as well. I think the only sad thing is... sad thing about this is we don't have much more to sell. So the Persona Core, it's never going to get old. I mean, it's already got old, let's be honest. No, this is not the one. Okay, there we go. So, I'll sell that because that's useless. I'll sell the levers just because there's not enough for us to do anything. And this is more about just seeing if we can make some money to make something happen here. Okay, so the flak armor, a lot of this is like near tattered. Get rid of the smoke packs because I don't care anymore. Got a couple of dusters I can sell. Okay, so it makes us a little bit of money. Woods, so I'll take like 300 woods. Nice. Can I take like 250 steel? Or about 350? Oh, or about 400. Let's get a bit cheeky here. Let's get a bit... Oh, we got so much. Okay. Cool, cool, cool. Good little combo. Thank you, Randy. Got plasteel, got steel, everything we're looking for. Don't tell Randy, don't tell Randy. You know what? I think we're definitely getting this reactor built this episode. Like, that's proof how good we're going.
Vindication!
Masterwork sculpture. Yeah, I really want this research to get done, get the reactor up. Think about the next bunch of problems that we've got. Yeah, look how quickly it goes. They're just too good at research. I say that like it's a bad thing, but you know what I mean. Tell you what, I drank my coffee far too quickly today. Just don't feel like coffee hits me, or caffeine hits me the same way. I mean, I wish I could make coffee for all these party people in here. Attack job, bro. Edwards, what's the matter? Why are you so miserable? Ugly environment, ate without attack. Oh, grow up, the lot of you. The reactor has been researched. Right, just need a little bit more plasteel, although there is stuff in grabbing range. Let's get this reactor up, party people. Who would have thought this would be happening? Like, I'm getting quicker at the game. I'm getting quicker. I'm getting better. I'm getting more efficient. What's the stronger, faster, stronger? If I knew, like, sort of, like, I was trying to sing. I was trying to have a moment.
They ask you how you are, you just have to say that you're fine when you're not really fine, but you just can't get into it because they would never understand.
Not my finest moment. Alright, who was armless? I think it was one of the kids. Oh, you haven't got a left leg. Add bionic arm. No. Add bionic arm, left arm. Toxic build-up? Nah, because this pollution zone. Gotcha, gotcha, gotcha. Pollution is bad, kids. Rimworld confirms. Yeah, the recon armor and helmets are there. They're just not getting worked on. I have got them prioritized. Like, the helmets should be number one, really. Lek and Leo really need them. You know, it would be nice. No rush, party people. No rush, you know. Our whole existence and defense requires it, but, you know. In your own time. Just seeing if any of the traders were still here, because we've got a couple of sculptures, so we could sell for money. I mean, we're too good with all the bionic parts. Like, I always compare, like, this to, like, when you play Sims and you're just running on speed 3 and your sim is, like, living the dream. Old school Sims, not the new school. Not the easy Sims ever hard. Play it the other day. I think, like, every 4 months it's a game that, like, I go back and, like, want to play because I love the idea of it, and I play it for, like, 10 minutes, then motherload, get all the money, build all my house, and then I'm like, on board. Like, there's just certain games, I think we've all got certain games or TV shows that, like, if it's not, like, once a year or once every 6 months, like, you go back to. Like Prison Break, I always want to watch that like once a year. Like the first couple of seasons, let's not be silly about it. Lots of steel, I'm not really too bothered. All the plastils sort of come in and come out. How are we getting on with the reactor? Oh, we're nearly finished! Story time does us well, party people. Story time does us well. Our reactor is built. So what that means is we can click on it and we can start the ship. So it basically powers up, we've got 15 days to defend, that sort of stuff, and we are ready to go. We're not going to confirm it this episode. Just because I don't see the need for it. Like, we don't want to leave, really. No. I just want to put the few finishing touches on. Let's make sure we get the recon armor. Let's see this episode, and then it sets next episode up very nicely to start it, hopefully, straight away. It has deteriorated in storage. This could actually help us. A big human raid comes in here. This could help us. Also wonder if I can mortar this to hit in the back of like an attack. So I like leaving some things up. Or that being said, it could also cause us problems and but we're positive. Positive thoughts, positive results. Cleaning and stuff like that doesn't get done very quickly, does it? I mean, it's the least of our problems is like the cleanliness of the environment that we live in, but apparently that is a problem to my colonists. I mean, I would build them another table with chairs, but I mean, at this point, it's just an abusive relationship that I have towards my colonists, so like, why stop now? Why start now? I should really, shouldn't I? Especially with what's about to happen. What should I build? Furniture. I might actually deconstruct that, waste all the resources, and then just build a bigger table. Right, there we go. I'm just going to build the stalls because I don't want to waste too much wood here than we already are doing. Now, this still isn't enough. It's going to be more for people not to moan and stuff like that. I mean, moods are so, like, rock solid at the moment. It's like there's not much bad things we can really do. All the toxic waste packs are deteriorating, creating more toxic build-up. Or pollution, I should say. Which is great for us? Question mark? Oh, we found some plasteel. Where's that? Oh, the arrow's taking me away. Well, don't love that. Yeah. See, all this is deteriorating. So pollution here is pretty massive. Pretty massive. I imagine if a siege drops there, that'd be funny. Funny for us, not funny for them. Moods are starting to drop a little bit. Slept in the heat, okay. So let's click all our heaters. Turn them off. What else we got? Slept alone. Hot. Supreme expectations. Ate without a table. Indoor light. Right, changed them all to dark light. Sometimes they build... It's probably the one down here. Sometimes they just do their own thing. Slept alone. Okay. I mean, we've got enough blocks that if we wanted to build like double beds, but I feel okay like with these small little changes. I feel like we're going to be pretty good in the hood. Build a table over here as well. That'll be for the the lesser people, the people we don't like as much. They can go sit over there because we don't want them over at the king and queen's table. Let's be honest, Holder's table. No, Holder's not totally sadistic. Well, she's not terrible. She's not Perkins, so I suppose comparing anyone to Perkins probably a bit harsh. No, very good, party people. Very good. And for me to get a refill coffee. Alright, sorry about that, party people. I'm back and in good stead. We've got a plan moving forward. The reactor's built. I want to see recon helmets on on everyone. We've got armor on the shelves here, so at least if anything like gets into tattered, we can replace it. So I feel like we're in a good place. Like, I think the only thing that's really going to be hard is like drop-ins, but drop-in attacks are hard anyway. I feel like we can deal with most things. Now, ending out this episode, if we get the last couple of people with bionic parts and stuff like that. It was an arm, right? Yep. We can get the last couple of people with bionic parts, just because it's going to help improve us that little much more. Let's give it to Bolton, I guess. So go... See. I'm panicking at all these toxic waste packs, but it's fine, it's fine. Bionic part. Yeah, these might be a problem. You can see the pollution sort of like growing. That red is so bright, I feel like I'm going to blind myself. So therefore I have to blind you party people watching at home, so. It's only fair. All is fair in love and war. Apart from war crimes, then that's not very fair, but you know what I mean. I am prioritising recon helmets. Why are they not getting built? Plasteel, advanced component. I think Woolly's the problem because I took Woolly off smithing, maybe? Well, I'll put it back on and see if that fixes the problem. Not the worst problem to have in the world, but equally I would like to make sure everyone is keen to fight, and Holder told me they'll be more keen if they've all got the armour they need. So... assume everyone's got cloth clothes on underneath, right? Yep. Yep, yep, yep. Yeah, I think we're ready, party people. Like, I don't know many more improvements apart from, like, just being overkill in something that we could really do. Do you know what I mean? I would have liked a couple more growth. 13. Are you about to get your growth bit, like, the next day, like, madam? And then you'll be like a full-fledged colonist. Like, I think. Does it say when your birthday is? Don't know, I'm like, oh, are we going to have another one? No, you're a million miles away. But I think what this is saying... because it says born, but that's not... but you were in... because obviously your biological... like, I'm going to have like a stroke looking at that, I'll be honest. My brain just can't work that out. My dyslexic brain looks at that and goes, nope. I think what this means is I've just got to wait until she's 13. And once she's 13, then she'll get her last growth period. She's not a bad colonist. Like, we could obviously could make it better. The industrialist is nice. Trigger happy is fine because we give big accuracies in our ideology, so I'm not concerned about that whatsoever. I honestly think it probably helps us rather than hinder us, which, you know, is pretty awesome. But yeah, we're pretty much set. I don't see a reason not to start the reactor next episode, in all honesty. I think we are ready to fly like the eagle soaring above that we are. I don't know, I think I make situations really weird, but hey. We keep true to the channel, don't we? So, if you got to this part of the video, leave a like, leave a sub, leave a comment. I'll catch you next time, party people. Bye.